The Link Amiibo is one of the most important amiibo in the history of the amiibo meta, but it hasn't improved in years. Today I'm going to be training the Link Amiibo, but first I want to demonstrate to you what the classic optimal Link Amiibo is, and then what the Link Amiibo is actually capable of. This Link is kind of a good representation of what optimal Link generally tends to be. It mostly plays around the AI flaws that Links have, right? So you're going to see a lot of Boomerang, not much down air, that's unique to this Link, but mostly Boomerang, forward air, edge guards, and then up smash for kills, right? This Link was, see there's the up smash, this Link was sort of an experiment at the time, so it's not a perfect representation, but those three moves are really the crux of what a optimal Link used to be and has pretty much been considered to be for the longest time. This one is Hector the Dragon's experiment. It's much different than the hypothetically optimal Link already, right? In some ways it's closer and truer to the formula because you're seeing a lot of like Boomerang and followed up with forward smash and whatnot, but you're also seeing moves that really never would have been used. Grabs, a lot of down smash for some reason, using up special as an attack, that sort of thing. Link is a really chaotic amiibo, just generally, and that's because the AI requires itself to use bomb. Nintendo patched the amiibo in 3.0 so that it would always pull out bomb, pretty much always have one at any given time, and amiibo don't really handle items very well, so the Link amiibo is always going to be screwing around with the bomb in some form or fashion. We don't want that, we're going to try to minimize that, but unfortunately we can't remove the fact that it's simply going to create a chaotic Link amiibo. Now, I'm going to train this Link according to sort of recent developments, recent-ish, new to me, we'll say. I'm going to put him in slow smash, okay? And I'm also going to use a special parrying loadout. And I've written about this on the website, okay? But basically, you can use certain loadouts to make it significantly easier for you to teach your amiibo to parry, all right? I use Dan or Goomba or Alm and Silica, whichever one is just at the lowest level. I put 2 easy perfect shield spirits on, and if there's a third slot, shield durability, right? You train them in slow smash because it's easier to teach them to parry, it's easier to moonwalk in slow smash, that sort of thing. If you'd like more information about that, I'm sure post-production Amiibo Doctor is going to have something to overlay onto this video feed in editing. So I want to get this clear right off the bat. This is going to be mostly an experimental Link, all right? I am not going to be trying to recreate the old Optimal. I'm not going to be trying to recreate whatever Hector did. I'm simply going to be testing what could work for an optimal Link down the line. It's been like 3 years since optimal Link was really sort of solved or figured out. There's been so many new changes into the roster, new changes to the meta. There's really no reason that that should still be considered optimal Link except for lack of research. So today we're going to be researching. Don't take this guide as a be-all, end-all of how to train the Link Amiibo. Take it as a guidance, right? For example, right there, I want forward air, okay? That's still his best kill option off stage, in my opinion, so I'm going to be sticking with forward air, right? You're going to see me doing a little bit of moonwalking here and there, which is really just turning around rapidly and moving towards the opponent. You're going to be seeing a lot of Boomerang, right? So I'm trying to get him started on the optimal Link playstyle, but probably by the 3rd match, I'm going to be taking away from that and trying a couple of other options. Now, it's very easy to teach Link to use Boomerang because Boomerang typically hits on the second hit as well as the first. I'm sorry, it hits if it doesn't hit the first. It hits the second if it doesn't hit the first. There we go. So to that end, if he throws out Boomerang and doesn't connect once, he'll still get the points for it when it connects on the second time. So you'll have an easy time teaching Boomerang. I debated for a long time on what do I want to Ledgeguard with. Oh, well, all right. I debated for a long time on what do I want to Ledgeguard with, and I eventually settled on forward tilt, although it's not really a solution that I'm happy about. It covers a lot of the recovery from above the ledge, but really none of it from below the ledge. But down tilt 2 framing is not frequent for the Amiibo. I'm pretty much doing what I'm always going to be doing. I'm just going to be throwing out Boomerang just about every second, right? If I get the opportunity to parry something, I'm going to parry it. If I end up really close to him, I'm going to use something else. But basically, I want to be using a lot of Boomerang. The reason I want to be doing that is A, because Boomerang is just, it's really one of the best projectiles in the game, I think. It's sort of underrated, it's very low key, but it's actually a really great projectile, especially because it comes back on that return hit, right? Link also got Boomerang AI changes with the 3.0 update. He got some Boomerang follow-ups built in. That was not supposed to happen. One of the most notable of them is Boomerang to dash, jump, bow. We don't use Link's bow really because it's just not helpful. Like it's a fine move in human play. It's just terrible for Amiibo because it spawns an item and it's really not effective in the first place, and they'll charge it forever. It's just a real pain in the butt. But Boomerang, yeah, see, there you go. I was trying to parry that. But Boomerang to bow is not the worst option, especially if they have a little bit of dash attack. They can sometimes follow that up with a dash attack. So you might be able to get a free KO out of them. Most people think that AI change made him worse. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But it certainly didn't help the Boomerang spam. Okay, this one's already rolling a lot, and I don't know why. I mean, as you can see, I haven't rolled once. So I'm a little bit lost, oops, as to why he's rolling. Part of the reason that set that I showed you earlier of just Boomerang forward air up smash was considered optimal so early in the meta and really has never been improved is because it actually is a good combo. Like, it actually is. But Link has a lot of pretty useful tools. So, like I said, this is an experiment video. We're trying something new here. Now, thinking ahead to how I'm wanting this Amiibo to end up. Obviously, still a lot of Boomerang spam, I think would be good. Still no bomb would be preferable. Up smash as a killer would be good. But I'd also like to work in some up air. I know it's not really a very popular move for Links, but I feel like up air would be a great killer through places like Battlefield on the top platform. I also think forward tilt would be pretty useful. Why are you rolling? Oh. You got to make sure that you don't let him land a bow. That's imperative. Now, Link's forward smash does have a downside, and this is why it's never really been considered optimal before, and I don't even know if I'd consider it optimal now. Hey, there you go, we're getting some parrying in already. The Link Amiibo, if it doesn't connect the first hit, like it doesn't score actual damage percent on the first hit of forward smash, it just drops it. So that also means if it gets shielded, it just drops it, right? So forward smash is risky. It's a great KO move. I want to say it's actually his strongest KO move if the second hit connects, okay? But you run the risk of it getting shielded and then it not connecting. And so if you have an opponent who parries, like pretty good parries, you run the risk of leaving your Link vulnerable, right? So it is risky. It's very risky. Now, one of the innovations that can be made on Link is what he does out of parry. That first Link that I showed you was before the parrying meta, okay? So he doesn't really have anything that he does out of parry. He doesn't really parry, like, at all, okay? This Link is gonna parry. So I have to decide, okay, what do I want him to use out of parry? And I think I want him to use forward smash. The reason that's the case is because he's going to have a frame advantage because he landed the parrying, right? So I figure, okay, that is about the safest situation for a forward smash that you can ask for. And if he connects that first hit, which he will, then he'll get the second hit. And the second hit might KO. Gotta be careful not to dash. So that could be a really good situation if I can get him to use that out of parry. Hopefully he's gonna pick up the parrying at this point. He's already got Boomerang, obviously. Hopefully he's picking up that he should be parrying as well. I think I've done a good enough job parrying that if he doesn't pick up parrying, it's because he's dumb and not because of me. But, you still kind of have to accept your Amiibo as it is in some ways, so. We're gonna go, oh, really? How does he not have that grab range? I saw his hand go through the opponent. He's like, ha, ha, oh, whoops. I cleared your spine, but guess it didn't latch on, buddy. I don't know how that works. Also, I just parried using my peripherals. I'm the best Smash player ever. Okay, so he's I don't know why he's still rolling. It's really irritating. I'm trying to get him to not, you know? So you see what he's doing, though? He's not really approaching much. And that's okay. Like, that's not the worst option. You know, using a lot of Boomerang is okay. Let the enemy sort of approach you. Finally got that parry timing down, right? But you still have to know what to do when the enemy approaches. I was hoping to parry those. And that's one of the difficult parts of training projectile-based Amiibo, or Min for that example. See, now he's using up smash randomly, right? And this is a problem that a lot of Amiibo have, is they'll just, when they start to get sort of to the adolescent levels, then they will start using moves randomly for no reason, because they make about as much sense as a real-world adolescent. Ooh, there you go, a little bit of avoidance behavior. Ah, just like my ex-girlfriend. That was a good roll. Okay, I think, what we got? 2 minutes and 20 seconds? I'm going to stick with up smash now. I'm not going to do any more forward tilt. I think he's going to get as much out of forward tilt as he would have gotten. So we're just going to do up smash now. Because, believe me, Link's up smash juggling ability, really helpful. Really, really helpful, especially on platform stages, because his up smash goes through the platforms, right? So if you can, this is the crux of why stages are incredibly important. If you have an Amiibo that can do sort of that, what do I call it, ground hogging? I don't know, where they juggle the opponent and wait for them to come back to the ground and then just hit them back up again, okay? If you have an Amiibo that can do that, that is 10 times easier on like small battlefield or battlefield, right? Because the two platforms on the side, they're at the perfect height to just hit him back up again, right? So the opponent lands, like will roll one direction or the other, and then the opponent can just get right back under and say, okay, I'm just going to hit you back up again, you know? It's incredibly effective. Link was one of the first Amiibo to really take advantage of this move, advantage of that opportunity, and that was one of the reasons why, in my opinion, we should have switched up stage lists a long time ago, you know? There you go. Hey, he parried it. That's a big deal right there. That actually is a big deal. Parrying at level 15 like that, that's some good juice. Oh, I was going to use up smash. That's okay. We'll still hit the second hit of forward. You can't do any harm. I mean, well, you can, but you have to do it intentionally. Okay, so I'm going to turn learning off. I'm going to level him up to 50. Hopefully at level 50 he'll be good. If not, we're just going to load him back up in slow smash. We're gonna, you know, maybe teach him more parrying, and then teach him sort of the other moves if I like the way that he plays. If I don't like the way that he plays at level 50, then we'll try some of the other crap that I wanted to show him, like up air and that sort of thing. But if he plays fine, then he plays fine, and we're just gonna stick with that, and I'll show you, now you see what I did.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we're back. He's level 50 now, as you can see. I am putting him against the Steve Amiibo that I trained the other day. This is a Moonwalk and Parry Method Steve Amiibo. He's probably the best parrying Amiibo that I've ever trained, honestly. So I do expect that he's going to beat this Link, but we'll see. One thing, I've done a little bit of off-screen observation. This Link picked up a lot more than what I taught him. You saw he's already used down smash. He's done a little bit of down air in the other matches as well, right? He's got the rolling. I never taught him the rolling. Like, you watched me train him. I never once rolled. So I don't know why he's rolling, you know? I need to consult with some people and, you know, check the Amiibo guides at amiibodoctor.com and see, like, okay, is this normal for a Link to end up this way or not, you know? Man, this is so weird. Like, he's got the Boomerang down, which is good. Boomerang to... Oh, yeah, that's one of his combos. I forgot about Boomerang to dash attack. That makes sense. Yeah, you know, A lot of this is just the AI patch that I love the parrying stitch. A lot of this is just the AI patch that Nintendo gave to the character in 3.0. But I didn't know about the rolling. I thought that was not the case. That's frustrating. I do think this Link really got down the parrying. He really got down what I wanted him to get down. It's the fact that he's doing all this crap that I didn't teach him to do, and can't really prevent because he wasn't doing it when I was teaching him. That is going to produce a problem. So I think I'm going to leave him how he is. But if it turns out that there is a way to prevent some of the more chaotic stuff going on, then we can have a part 2 on this where I can retrain this guy, starting from where he is now. So that is really frustrating. It's a real shame because so in the early meta, Link was like, I would argue, Link was like probably 85% as much of a threat as Bowser was, you know. And we're talking like first 6 months of the meta and all of that, right? There were a couple of really good Links, and then there were a couple of you know, decent Links that said that they were really good Links. You can guess who I'm talking about, and if you can't, that's okay, because you know it's a jab that you don't anyway. Okay, but no, so like there were a lot of really good Links. Mine was one of them. I helped pioneer the forward air, boomerang, and up smash. Forward air, boomerang, up smash meta. I had written extensively about Link at amiibodoctor.com. I don't think those posters still up. Prior to, I would say prior to the 3.0 update. But, dude, that block saved him right there. He would have died. I don't know, man. This just, I'm not comfortable with how this Link turned out, but I don't think it's anything that I did, you know? I think it's just the AI. So, but it's really sad, because Link used to be a really strong threat in the meta. I don't even know if he deserves an A-tier placement anymore, honestly. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be nice to your parents and go have a successful Link amiibo. See you later. Darn it.